averaged better than 30 points a game, and in each instance, their teams lost.
You know, Brent, since the 24-second clock, there have been 12 players who've averaged over 30 points a game in the championship series, and all 12 of them on the losing team.
Now, the point I'm making, of course, with Wilkes firing up a miss, is on the man who's out of the game right now. Four-length pass to Bobby Jones, who tracks it down. That would be Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who is averaging better than 30 points a game in this series. And the point is, as there was a foul on the pass inside, the point is that when you depend too much on one score, it simply begins to break your team down over a 7-game haul. And here is Maurice Cheeks. And Bill Russell, what was that great stat about that one Celtic team on the double figures? How many players did you have one year?
7 players average double figures, between 10 and 20. And what happens is, when you got that many guys scoring, you get constant movement. And this is one of the disadvantages of having one guy getting a lot of points. The better he plays, the more points he makes, the more his teammates stand around. And when they're standing, they do not make the transition from offense to defense very well at all.
Julius hit the field goal. He is at the free throw line for the 76ers. If he hits this free throw, we'll be tied at 25. And Julius with 10 points already here in this game. Now with Kareem out, let's see how the Lakers react offensively and defensively. They have been an entirely different team when he is on the floor. They rely more on one man than the 76ers do. Even though Julius was magnificent in the fourth period, in that third period without him, the 76ers came back. Now there, Lakers got inside penetration field goal.
And that time Cheeks, of course, has been battling with Nixon all along. Thought he was going to pull up for a jumper. He gave him a good fake, went inside, and rolled up a right-hand shot for a basket.
The Doc is high off with the miss. Offensive rebound, Caldwell Jones.
Shoots that jump hook as good as any player in the league.
That tied it again. Steal on a lazy pass by Cooper. Cheeks' 14th steal of the series. Julius with a jumper. Landsberger, who had 10 rebounds Sunday, hands off Cooper. Quick pass to Wilkes. Cheeks tries to pick up the taller Jamal Wilkes. Offensive board, Jones, and he was fouled coming up.
That's on Caldwell Jones. It'll be 3. There's Cheeks on a steal a moment ago. As Cooper tried to pass into Jones. And Moe picked it up and went down the middle. Looking back right there, he was looking for Julius Erving, who was trailing on the play, who later got the ball.
You know what's really tough, Brent? Norm Nixon and Maurice Cheeks have not been seen too much by the other team. The people on the West Coast have not seen Maurice Cheeks play over the year, and the people on the East Coast haven't seen Norm Nixon play very much. And these are two outstanding players, and they are really neutralizing each other in this series. And the difference being that the Lakers need a good game from Norm Nixon for them to be effective. They need a good game from him. The 76ers get by with an average or a good game from Cheeks. Much better than the Lakers would with an average game from Nixon.
Dawkins on Landsberger. Makes off, and Steve Mix steals it from Jones. And Westhead wanted the foul call.
He wanted to know Bobby Jones, who kept the ball alive. He was blocked out, came over the top, and knocked the ball free. And that enabled the basket for Mr. Mix. Now Earl Strunk tells Westhead to sit down.
He spoke rather harshly. He said, I've told him, now I'm telling you, sit down.
There it is, as Bobby Jones knocked it free, and Mix went back up for the hoop.
You think they're going to pay attention to him?
For 5 minutes, Russ. Magic traveled. 2 offensive fouls and traveling, and his only problem in this series has been the turnover. Your local listings for your time. We've got 9:50, and I want you to be with us at halftime as Cooper snaps out on the steal, runs down the middle for layup.
That's the kind of a play that can pick the Lakers up.
I mentioned halftime. Bill Russell will have a special feature. You'll see some of the old-timers. How do they compare with the stars of this year? You're going to enjoy it a lot. Dawkins rises in the air. 8 points for Doc. Alley-oop. And a steal by Bobby Jones. They go to Mix over to Bibby. And he missed the layup. Bibby's shooting so poorly he can't hit layups in this series right now. Magic goes in the middle. Dishes, and again they've turned it over. Charging foul on Magic. That's his 3rd charging foul in this game, and by far his most frustrating moments in the series.
Here he is again. This time he gets by Cheeks, goes in the air, and crashes right into Bobby Jones, who was set and waiting for him.
Smart play by White Lightning.
Now, the 76ers have made some obvious adjustments. They're fundamental but obvious adjustments. They've stopped Magic Johnson in their penetration.
They got back quickly that time, too, Russ. Kareem was looking for an open man.
Well, what they're doing is stopping the outlet pass. Either the pass, they challenge the pass, or they stop the guy on his first dribble so that they can't run whenever they want to.
Bobby Jones off. Back to the Lakers. It's Landsberger. Here's Kareem. Dawkins there. Magic Johnson in low, and Landsberger with a left-handed tap.
He has been remarkable off the boards. I mean, he goes after it every time. Even if he's blocked out, he wants the ball. All great rebounders charge for it.
The Lakers have turned the ball over, Rod, 11 times to the Sixers 3. That follows the trend in the series. Mix throws up a miss. Whistle underneath. He battled his way back in on Landsberger.
Take a look at that rebound.
Landsberger.
Here's that rebound a moment ago by Landsberger. Paul West had said the great rebounders stay after the ball like he did on this play. And that's what he talked about, Landsberger. Even if he's blocked out, charge up there. Make them work. Keep them blocking you out.
The good rebounders, right? Not the great ones.
Speaking of good rebounders, one by the name of Paul Silas has been talking to Irv Levin about the possibility of coaching the San Diego Clippers. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. If there's a player in the NBA still active who can make it as a coach, his name is Paul Silas. I don't know if it's at San Diego or some other team. That man deserves a shot. You got to respect him. He's a good leader, and he understands the game. And I'll take 10%, Paul. 8:05, 33-32. Skyhook three.
Take that. That's the nickname of Mark Landsberger. They just call him simply Silas.
16 for the big guy. And a timeout. The way he looks tonight. Mix goes back now to Dawkins. Doc to the middle, and he rises in the air. Oh, has he got athletic skill.
Can he jump? He really was in the air on that jump shot.
And he's still got the soft touch, even when he leaves the floor. Now, keep an eye on those two stats. Those are two big men for these teams. Caldwell Jones and Magic Johnson, 3 fouls apiece. Magic is still out there right now. Landsberger. Kareem rolls in.
Take that, Bobby Jones. You know one thing, on shooting a jump shot, most players, when they extend way up high on a jump shot, they don't have anything left. But not with Dawkins. He does better.
Magic had to give it up at midcourt. They're coming to his dribble. Dawkins goes to Lionel Hollins, who just does not have that shooting touch, does he? He moves it this time to Mix. Mix comes into the lane, didn't play at all in game 4. His shot is off, and here's Wilkes. And look at the Sixers now. Go to Magic. They find Wilkes. Now, of course, that's one thing that Erving can still do when they stop it. He can pass.
He can look up, as he did there, quickly to see who was open and made a perfect feed to Jamal Wilkes.
3-point Laker lead.
I'm sure he's very aware of the fact that they're going to be picking him up higher this game.
Cheeks. Short. Taken off by young Landsberger. On the bounce, Wilkes can't handle it. Cheeks will go, and it's still another turnover.
That was a good pass. Jamal just took his eye off the ball momentarily.
Hollins. In quickly to Dawkins. Taken away by Magic. Dawkins wanted the foul on Kareem that time, and Garrison didn't give it to him.
Because he wasn't fouled. He just intimidated him.
Nixon